Fish or Ninja!
Welcome to another edition of Fish or Ninja, the show where card player Facebook fans post hand histories and have their play reviewed by the pros. In this episode, PCA main event champion Galen reviewed a hand sent in by D. Lee. Lee, apparently from the UK, was playing No Limit Hold'em with 50 pence and 1 pound blinds, and he had about 130 pounds in front of him. The villain in this hand, a new player to Lee who also had 130 pounds, called a 2 pound straddle in the cutoff. From the button, Lee raised to 6.5 pounds with ace-9 of diamonds. The big blind and the villain both called.
So the cutoff flats, and he ISOs the button. That seems fine, but I would probably do it a little larger, especially when you're playing a little deeper and you're playing in cash games where people like to call a lot. You would prefer to play, you would prefer the pots you play in position to be a little bigger. So maybe making it 8 bigs because it was 2 and then called the 2. So making it 8 or 9 seems fine. And that makes it a little easier to play post flop. But ISOing is fine there with ace-9 of diamonds.
The flop came ace-9-8 rainbow, and the big blind bet 10 pounds. The cutoff flat called, and Lee raised to 38 pounds. The big blind folded, and the villain and the cutoff shoved all in for about 80 pounds more. And our hero folded the top 2 pair in fear of a set.
I would never, ever, ever, ever fold here. The cutoff open limped pre, and like you would expect him to ISO all. You would expect him to like ISO the straddle with all pairs or raise like aces, 9s, or 8s. And then you have top 2, so you're blocking a ton of the sets. So like even if he could have limped those hands, like there's very few combinations of sets that he can have when you're blocking 2 of them. And then there's a lot of combinations of hands he can have that would flat, and then when you make an aggressive play, he may, in these games a lot of times people, when you make an aggressive play, they kind of like don't know what to do with medium or like reasonably strong hands, so they just shove. So he could have like 10 jack for draw. He could easily have 8-9. He could easily have ace-8. He could easily just have like ace-jack or ace-queen and put you on a draw, and because he thinks he's ahead, he's just going to shove it in, and he doesn't think about your range and how he does against your range. He just kind of puts you on one specific hand. So yeah, I would never, ever, ever fold here. I think ISOing is good. I think raising flop is good or fine. I think folding to the shove is very bad. So I guess fish is the grade here. Maybe knit is more appropriate, but I would definitely get it in here.